Welcome, mortals, to a new series of my channel called Scary Stories to Never Be Read in the Dark. I am your host, On Top of Everything, and today we are going through 10 of the most scary stories to ever exist. Let's get started. The first terrifying tale of the night is a story called Help Me. A few years ago, my boss went on holiday for a couple of weeks to Spain. Midway through the holiday, he got a phone call from the police informing him that his sister had passed in a fire in her flat. So he rushes home early, deals with the police and the passing and everything. My employees told him to take some time off to grieve, which he duly did. When he came back to work on a Monday morning and a few weeks later, we invited him into our coffee room to talk and offer him sympathies and support. About half an hour later, he excuses himself to start work. He walks into his office, sits down at his desk, turns the computer on, and checks to see if there are any answer phone messages. And the very first message that plays is his sister screaming down the phone, "Help me, help me, help me. I'm trapped. I can't breathe." Still sends chills down my spine to think about it. As you can imagine, he was pretty traumatized. Now, I don't know about you, but that story is bone chilling. Let's get into the next one. This next story is called The Voice. My grandfather told me this story about how one time he was sitting in a chair in front of the house when he heard his wife repeatedly calling him from the inside of the house. Thing is, my grandmother passed away a few years before that, but he told me that the voice was so pressing that he actually got up to look inside the house. And as soon as he got inside, he heard a loud crash behind him and turned around to see that the chair he had been sitting in moments ago had been crushed by the cast iron gutter that fell on it. If he didn't come inside the house, he would have probably been seriously injured. Every time I think about it, it sends a chill down my spine. I have chicken skin from that one. Shall we press on? This next story is called I Just Need a Haircut. I wonder how scary this could be. I was in an RA in a dorm. I was an RA in a dorm for 2 years in college. A girl who had been having stress issues finally snapped. She was found by someone in a dark stairwell. I was in an older dorm, circa 1887, so there were plenty of nooks and crannies. By the time she was found, she had already torn out half of her hair and had eaten it. She just kept on saying, "I just need a haircut. I just need a haircut. I just need a haircut." In a perfectly normal voice. It took 6 of us and the police sedating her to finally get her strapped down to an ambulance gurney. To this day, I can't forget how powerful she was. She couldn't have weighed over 120 pounds, yet she had this sort of superhuman ability to rip her arms away, to tear out another clump of hair and stuff it into her mouth, all with a perfectly straight face. Now I don't know about you, but that is kind of scary. Don't let your kids watch this video, to be honest. And to be honest also, we're probably only gonna do 10 of these. 5 of these, I mean. On to number 4. A car at the red light. Driving home with a buddy from the high school summer job at the local amusement park. It's about 3 in the morning, and there's no traffic at all. Get stuck at the red light that never ends, and while we are waiting, another car pulls up next to us. A black hearse in immaculate condition, with a clown in the driver's seat, with full makeup and costume on. He never moved, didn't look at us, nothing, just stared straight ahead the whole time. I hate clowns, let me tell you. Now, number 5 is titled Apocalypse is Coming. In September 2014, a Utah boy discovers his parents and 3 brothers deceased after arriving home. The Salt Lake Tribune reported finding a to-do list in the house, which included tasks like feed the pets and find someone to watch the house, written on it. The found list gave the impression that the parents were preparing to go on a vacation. However, there was no suicide note, no warning that they would do this, and no explanation. After autopsies, it was revealed that the 5 family members consumed a lethal concoction of drugs that September day. However, why and how the parents and kids consumed the drugs remained a mystery. Sometime later, police revealed more terrifying information about the case. According to the family members' statements, parents' motivation including believing that the world's end was near and frequently spoke of leaving this world. Apparently scared of the apocalypse, the parents poisoned the kids and themselves. That is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But that's all the time I have for today. So, if you don't mind, stay curious, stay scary, and stay on top of everything.
and I'll see you next time.